For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. First carry for Nick Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's to his running back, complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. Hatchet, hatchet. Hey, look, squeeze. Bravo. Check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Yo, faster.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. Fresno. Smith. Switch. 6-6. Pull it high. Check. Hit it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, wahoo! Hey.
Check, 59. They can't hang with us.
Mike's gonna go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 59. Here we go.
Hey, rock it, bye.
Here's Spiller. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Hey, team 6.
Check 43. Kill. Hey, watch this.
This is Spiller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Joe Mixon, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Ross on the return. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Switch up. check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. 25, check 25, check 25.
Ready.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And an Allen run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ready up.
59 Mike. Check 59.
80 weapons.
36, 36. Kill.
Hey, Echo.
Turn it out.
Joe.
Pick the edge. Come.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now.
Watch the shift.
Blue draw quarter.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Bang.
Now.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready. 50, plant.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got four.
Leo. Hey, Charlie.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Let's go.
Now Spiller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You go tight.
Go.
You got tight right there. Check 52.
Get it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 29 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
52.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, let's go, D.
Back look to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds Taylor, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 52, Mike 52. I got it. Go. 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And the Browns 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Look at me. Score.
Now Mixon. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run here with Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
All day, every day, any day. Begin. Watch the edge.
Yes. Recon, 132 fighter.
Motion.
Bravo. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
64, reach now.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, exit. Hey. Hey, seam 6.
Here's 2nd and 8. He completes it to Boyd. Still on his feet. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Beckham. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Hey, let's go.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 14 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now.
Banjo.
Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw to Mixon on the check down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessary.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 65 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Give me that ball. Yep. Give me that ball. Hey, orbit.
Check. 59.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll run with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On second down now. It's Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And got his man complete. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Buzz. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready, 8, read. Hey, foxtrot. Watch the slap. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Wahoo!
Second and long. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 39 yards there, a big one. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Called that a very strong gain of 24. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
80 weapons.
Safe.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll drop the throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Single.
Hey.
Watch 13. Tight end right.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Shoot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Zoo.
He's checking. Crash. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Check three.
2nd and 1. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A carry here for Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Now Chubb. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 53 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
That's good for Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Today's final score, Browns 44, Bengals 30.
Yeah.